Hello everyone, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. This is a critique of the 29 April 2023 Virginia Tech Corps of Cadets Pass and Review. All right, requested. I'll just leave it at that. You know, the interesting thing, and nice job, percussion section, really well done. The interesting thing about schools is that, yeah, we follow the manual, but tradition. It's like watching Fiddler on the Roof over and over and over again because everybody just yells out tradition. So, staff, why would you march? Yeah, sped up there. Okay, anyway, I'm enjoying the band. Staff, why would you march shoulder to shoulder? It doesn't make sense. So the band making turns there, it seemed that the band really just ran towards the spot. So staff marching it looks like probably and I don't know the division of the school, so it could be at New Mexico Military Institute we had squadrons, and within the squadrons then there were troops, and so each separate yeah, I don't even know what to call them, but there's different staffs for each of the sections here, and then we've got the formations. So then that's what you saw. In case you're wondering, we'll go back to right there. So in case you're wondering, the staff or the flag, the color bearer, and then you can also see the color bearers back here as well. These other color bearers, they're not part of the color guard. Because the Army did this long time ago. Instead of creating a massed color guard, the Army said, all right, so instead of that, because it's really difficult to move a massed color guard, especially when the colors are brought forward and then put back into the formation, it's just it's a difficult thing to maneuver for the color guard. So that's why they have the unit colors then behind the commander, and then the school has each of the staffs for the individual units there, and then the Corps of Cadets staff was that first one to march, and then so you have each one of these section staffs then marching also shoulder to shoulder, but there's really no reason to do that. And then you have inconsistent grips with the officer sabers, and it looks like the cadets aren't like the cadets just weren't trained properly on proper saber manual. So are you in an Army school? because you're executing columns the way the Marine Corps would, Marine Corps Air Force. So with the two pivots in there, that's a Marine Corps Air Force technique. Just one pivot and then curving around is the Army technique. Band's playing nice and loud so everybody can hear. Here we have another staff coming up. So I can hear companies. So raised guidon for that that command. That was great. Inconsistencies, obviously. All right, so here we have the Corps of Cadets color guard, and you're not going to like what I have to say. So, yeah, you're not going to like this, but stop doing this, please. All of the service colors belong in the front row. This is still a massed color guard, and rather than having all the unit flags, they have those unit flags out in with each of the commanders. But you don't carry the service colors in the second rank. The service colors are only carried in the first rank, never the second rank. You don't see massed color guards like this are only the second and subsequent ranks are only for the unit colors. Let's say that this is an entire battalion, and within the battalion, all of the units within the battalion might have their unit colors. Those unit colors are carried in the second and subsequent ranks. That's it. That's the only thing that the only authorized makeup of a military color guard for a massed color guard like this. You don't carry the service colors in the second rank. It's inappropriate. It's not proper protocol. You have the American flag, the Virginia flag, a couple other flags. Not familiar with them, but I don't have to be familiar with those. That's not a problem. But technically, you're not carrying the flags in the appropriate positions. So looks like, well, you're using different staffs. You're using a darker wood staff, but you have the proper finials on all of the staffs. But you're not so all of the and I gotta keep rewinding here to see. So you've got all the flags are correct except the Air Force flag, it looks like. The Air Force flag needs gold-colored fringe. Actually, so the Navy flag does have gold-colored fringe. It looks like the Marine Corps flag might. I'm not exactly sure. No, it doesn't look. Oh, yeah, I think I see something there. and it looks like the Air Force flag has blue fringe. That's not authorized. You have the wrong. If now the image is a bit pixelated, so I really can't tell all that well, honestly. You have the appropriate Space Force flag. That's good. Um, but the Coast Guard flag also needs gold colored fringe. Every single one of the flags needs to be exactly the same, except for Space Force. It has the silver fringe. Uh, Only because the gold fringe looks really weird on with the black and the silver uh, colors on the flag. So, um, like I said, schools just yell out tradition, tradition, tradition. So the the color guard, the so the front rank of a masked color guard is called the color guard proper. The color guard proper has the guards at the outside shoulder, and yet you're a military, you're an army school, so outside shoulder, okay, tradition, and then you're marching shoulder to shoulder, tradition, and then also you have the two-handed grip, tradition. So, I'm asked to provide a critique, and I will absolutely 100% give a critique. And you have the sling threaded through the upper sling swivel instead of not the upper sling swivel, through the stacking swivel, and not finishing at the sling swivel there. But at least you don't have bayonets attached to your rifles, which is really good. So I was asked to pay particular attention to the color guard. And that's so. In case you're wondering, the band usually marches around, comes around in a kind of a circle almost, and then stays centered. So I wonder what this review was for, and what the cadets over here, standing over here on the right of the video, what they were there for. Oh boy, thanks camera operator. You tend to speed up there, percussion. There is a manual of the mace, drum major. And you do have a mace, not a military signal baton. So there's even a manual of the military signal baton. All right, so that's pretty much. So the color guard proper executes the wheel movement with the rotation point on the inside, and but the second rank wheeled with the individual on the end being the pivot point. So a little bit of a difference in between both, but like I said, second rank and on, that's for unit colors, not the service colors. You're demoting the service colors, and that's not appropriate. That's exactly what you've done here. You've demoted the service colors. So anyway, but then again, like I said, I offer a critique, but the school's going to go tradition. And okay, so for what it's worth, you've been listening to me for 15 minutes. All right, Thanks for the request. I really appreciate it. And I will critique more. I will critique just about anything having to do with military drill. Thanks for watching.